Hey Tad,
Yes, Alex.
let me tell you about how League of Legends ruined online gaming. So, League of Legends has been out since, I think, 2009. It was in beta, like closed beta in 2008. So, whenever you want to technically consider it out, whatever. But League of Legends has been out for a while, and I feel as if its pure existence has destroyed online gaming as we know it. So, let's go back.
It's
What?
in that. It's in that. Like I said in the TF2 episode, there's pre-TF2 timeline for video games and post-TF2.
I
TF2
think
is just like 2 years before that in 2007. So like they're pretty close together.
See, I actually consider my timeline pre or post League of Legends, because pre League of Legends, let's look at some multiplayer games that are out. The biggest one that everyone's going to immediately jump to is what he just said, Team Fortress 2, server-based online shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
You just
there are,
hop in the game, you find a server, you go in, you fuck around.
yeah, and there are lots of just online shooters just like that all around the market, because Team Fortress 2 was just coming out and it was getting up there. Like, League didn't immediately kick off when it came out. Everyone knows that. Like, Team Fortress 2 had its impact for a few years, and everyone was making big online games and shit. And the crate system, blah blah blah. We went over that before. But after League came out, League started going up in popularity really fast. It became incredibly marketable. Everyone was talking about it. People loved that shit. It was getting there. Fucking people were already making clones of the game, like the one we mentioned
See,
in an episode
here's
a
what
while
I-
ago.
Here's what I really don't get about League of Legends, though. What about this game? Like, if you think of like the type of people who play League of Legends are like somewhat casual gamers. They, a hardcore RTS clone of Dota doesn't sound like it should appeal to them at all because it's a fucking MOBA. Like it's all about fucking going down these lanes and then grinding and then I don't understand like how it can have such a massive appeal and all that. Now I get it because it's like I play because my friends play the game, and that's 99% of League of Legends players.
Well, you're partially right. You're actually on the complete right track when you say that. See, League of Legends' big appeal is actually the same type of appeal that affects the MMO market. The massively multiplayer online RPG bullshit is incredibly attractive to people, not only because it's a big community of people you get to hang out with, but you feel as though you're a part of something, whether it's the community or your guild or you're just your party. You feel a part of something. League of Legends actually strikes the perfect middle ground right there. Well, all MOBAs strike that perfect middle ground right there, where you get to be a part of something, you get to join like a group and hang out and talk with them and everything. You get to fight enemies who aren't just monsters but actual players, so there's a little more, thought process, it's a little more skill intensive, all that kind of shit. It's a little more engaging, I should say. You get all of that, but unlike an MMO where you gotta grind and level up and get all that shit for it, in League of Legends you get it in real quick bursts. You get it in half-hour segments constantly. See, in
Half hour.
on average, Tad. I think actually on average it should be about 20-something minutes when people surrender, but you get the idea. Like in League of
That's
Legends,
true. I
League
forgot
of
about
Legends
that.
very rarely goes over past an hour. Like Dota goes over an hour constantly. League of Legends is way quicker than Dota. No one's gonna argue that at all. Like you get it in way quicker segments. For say like World of Warcraft, even with like fucking boosters and heirlooms and shit, it still takes you a few hours to. It takes hours to get to like 110. I think is the max level now. And PvP or group with people and doing shit, because no one really does leveling content anymore. You got to do all this boring shit to get to the recent stuff. But with something like League, or like even Dota, you just jump right in, you play. You got all the characters to pick from, they all have little stories, their designs, their voice lines. You can get the progression of leveling up and buying them new items in the game. You get that constant feeling of progression and playing with other people, like every these little bursts constantly. It's like, imagine just shooting it up constantly. That's what it is. You're just getting all that fun and excitement and the exact same feeling from an MMO, but all the time.
You've got that tourniquet wrapped on your arm. You've got a syringe full of fucking creep score, and you just inject it right in.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Level
Fuck
6,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
500 gold per minute. You get that radiance in 13 minutes. Fucking. That's why it's so popular. That's why it became as huge as it is, and as it did. That's why it fucking had all those clones like Rise of Immortals and shit come out that were just awful and tried to cash in. It's also another reason that it succeeded, because, okay, so it and Heroes of Newerth came out actually around the same time. The reason League of Legends succeeded and Rise of Newerth, Heroes of Newerth didn't, is because Heroes of Newerth had a $30 paywall. You could buy the game, and that's it. You had all the characters, you had all the fucking shit, you're done. You just bought the video game. But League of Legends was free. So, even though you'll technically spend way more money on League than you'll ever on Han, because, like, you can, say, buy 3 new heroes for $10 each in League, or you can buy the entire game on Han, people would rather do the free thing, because you can just get into it and play it and see if you like it before you buy shit in it.
Exactly. There's also, like, the art style of Heroes of Newerth is not very visually appealing.
Oh, no.
Like,
there are other reasons, but I'm talking about the biggest one. Because League of Legends...
Yeah.
Look at 2008/2009 League of Legends. That game looked like balls back then, too. Both of the games looked like shit. Like, that game wasn't visual appealing either. Have you seen Old Baron? Have you seen those trees, son of a bitch? Have you seen... Oh, God.
But yeah, because, like, a MOBA is, like, it's a weird, like, I don't think I've ever played an actual RTS for longer than, like, maybe 15 minutes. So, like, playing League was like, well, like, I wouldn't want to drop $30 to play League of Legends or Han because I don't know if I'm going to like that type of game.
See, that's why League was way more successful, though, because they got more people to try it out first and enjoy it and then commit to it, as opposed to Han. You basically had to make a gamble. And you can get
well, if you want to get your friend in on it, you don't have to pay $30. You can say, hey, here, we'll play a game.
With Han, you could just be like, it was a gamble, like, am I going to like this game or not? It looks good, but I can never really know for myself. You get to basically demo League of Legends. Though there's way more shit to commit to League of Legends, and I hate the system of having to level up, buy runes, and buy characters. It's fucking ridiculous. When you actually compare League of Legends...
I did the math.
They did the math. It'll take you like 2 years of total fucking free-to-play time to buy everything. It's a long time.
I did the math last time I played. I was like, okay, let's see. I just played one game that took 35 minutes as Veigar. I splooged my big fat spell load all over this Ahri about 6 times. I was like, okay, so let's say I play at least one. I get my first one of the day bonus for 2 weeks in a row. It would have taken me 56 games to get a single new character. 56 games times an average of like 35 minutes. Are you fucking insane?
And don't forget, you still gotta buy runes and masteries. Or, no, runes.
I owned 24 characters in League of Legends, despite having the game since 2013. Most of those characters were, like, 250 IP ones. Because it's like, it's not feasible. I'm not going to spend money on this fucking game. It's impossible for me to get new characters.
See, Heroes of Newerth actually tried to do what League did after a while to get more players, because League was getting way more popular and Han wasn't. I think this was like 2010 or 2011. They made it free, but you had to buy heroes, like in League. And if you already bought the game before, you already had everything, you were set. In fact, you actually got a bonus, too, where because you had like an old account, you actually got a little extra free money from matchmaking. You got like 2 extra like silver or whatever it was per game, which is kind of nice, I guess. And you're probably thinking, what the fuck do you need silver for if you already have all the characters? In Han, you can actually use the in-game currency to buy skins, which is kind of neat. Like when I was first playing the game, because I didn't play the game until it actually came out this free to play myself. I played the game, and I was grinding all this shit up. I remember I brought Kronos and, like, Flint Beastwood and stuff, and my friends would, like, tell me what to do, because I'm still, like, relatively newer to the MOBA market at the time. I only played, like, League, and I didn't play, like, Dota or nothing, right? So, like, they have me, like, okay, now buy another character. I'm like, no, fuck that, I want that Flint skin. I thought he was, like, a pirate. That's awesome. They're like, Aleks, that skin sucks ass. I'm like, fuck you. So I bought the skin, and I haven't looked back. Fucking... But, like, Han eventually stopped that, because they realized it was an awful idea. So they did what Dota did, which is just everything's free. But you can also buy skins and shit. And then you can also now do Plinko and get random fucking shit from a little Plinko machine. and it worked a lot better than that, but it was still kind of too little too late, because League of Legends already had its community, Han already had its shitpost community, and Dota 2 was already out. Like, there's no room for Han anymore. See, the reason I like Han a little bit more is because it has, like, the more items and characters and shit that's like a little more like Dota, but it doesn't feel like I'm playing in fucking mud like in Dota. I don't like the way Dota feels, despite having, like, 1,600 hours in it. I could say that I
Jesus, Alex, that's more than I have in TF2, and I've played TF2 for almost a decade.
Yeah, but, like, I have a shitload of time in Dota 2, and in, like, League and stuff, and I still just like the movement in Han more. But anyway, like, but hey, apparently I liked it enough to fucking play for 1,600 hours, so what the hell do I know? So...
Yeah, the majority of my Dota 2 time is just, like, watching the tournaments because they paid me to do it.
Anyway, let me get this over with real quick, because I want to get to the meat of this shit. Out of all the MOBAs and their free-to-play payment bullshit, the one that I like the most is actually Smite. Because Smite does the perfect middle ground of everything, where it's like, hey, you can play for free and buy shit for free, or you can spend $30 to get every single hero and every single hero that will ever come out in the future. You buy the game. That's perfect. That's amazing.
That's actually really smart. Yeah, I like that.
They should all do that. See, you're probably thinking, well, isn't Dota and, well, I guess now Han technically the best because you get all the heroes for free immediately? Yes and no, because while it's awesome that you can just get in and play, the problem comes of how does this company now make money? They have to shit out as many cosmetics as humanly possible, all of which are usually low quality because in something like Han, they just look like shit half the time because they just suck. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not. But then you have
the Chronomancer skin.
Like
the one
what?
where it just turns him into an N64 player model.
That's in Smite, and that one's fucking amazing. That one's the best. Super Chronos 64. That's like the best idea for a skin ever. But Smite has a lot of shit skins too. I actually don't know why the fuck they're so awful with their ideas. Like fucking the meme skin for Scotty that makes her Doge. That's awful. You're awful. Smite, like what the fuck is wrong with you? You're almost perfect. But like the reason I don't like the way Dota does it is because they have the player community constantly shit out items for them to make money themselves. And because they have to constantly have that flow, that stream of garbage, the quality of those items went downhill really fast. Now it's just spikes on everything.
They're also doing weird shit like, I noticed when I was looking at the Valve store, it's like, oh, if you buy this thing, you'll get a chest for Dota. I'm like, well, what's in the chest? Oh, you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting this item, and then a 1 in 12 chance of getting a gold version of one of those items, and a 1 in 200 chance of getting a gold... I'm like, am I playing fucking MapleStory? What is this?
See, they are all cosmetics and don't affect the game, but it's always in your face, and you're still going to be seeing that from all the other players everywhere. They make the game a clusterfuck. And whether you buy the battle passes or not, which is another stupid thing, you're still going to be seeing everyone like spend $20 on your battle pass, and you'll have a giant explosion every time you teleport. You're still going to see that. Like, it's still going to affect you whether you bought it or not, because all the other people on the planet are going to buy it. Like the game becomes a clusterfuck. And there's a Rick and Morty announcer. As much as I love Rick and Morty, that sounds kind of stupid in game. Look at the quality of these. Hey, we're not going to do what Team Fortress 2 did. Oh, here's a Rick and Morty announcer. Like they didn't.
I think the newest one that I'm aware of is they made an Adam Jensen voice pack.
Yeah, again, that sounds funny.
Neither one knows what the fuck Dota is. They have no idea what they're doing, what they're announcing. I think the Rick and Morty one at least fits in that way because they have no idea what the fuck is happening. Oh, you're picking that guy? Yeah, that guy's he's a real winner there, Morty.
It became a shit show.
There's also a Dead Mouse music pack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, then again, even though Smite had the system that I thought was perfect for making money from both the free-to-play and payment side, that you can make higher quality content, while their base models actually look pretty good, and I don't mean like the older characters that have yet to get updated, I mean like a lot of the newer characters actually look really good. Like the model quality is pretty stellar. Except for all the designs for their female characters are pretty shit. Smite, high res, you guys kind of suck on that. Like, why does that Earth goddess just look like a regular chick with like Earth on her shoulders? Like, come on, there are monster girls and monster girls like a Pediatric that look better than that. Like, someone like Kamisat's looks awesome. Odin's redesign, that's amazing. Some of those characters look really fucking great. And you think, hey, the skins will look that great too. No, they just do a bunch of meme shit and just shit. It's a bunch of meme shit and like skimpy outfits. It's like, yeah, fuck you too. Like, you should be able to have higher quality content with a more controlled source of income like that. But hey, what the fuck do I know? Anyway, fuck you. So, another thing that has absolutely destroyed the market, and what I really wanted to get into, because this is League of Legends' fault, is the esports scene. So, League of Legends isn't the first game in the fucking world to be like, make itself sound like a cool esport that you could like pay money and like look at these guys being pros and shit. Like, fighting games have been doing that for like a while. But League of Legends is what made it super big. League of Legends is kind of what put this this idea in people's minds, which is like, oh shit, look at this Chinese guy playing with all these pimples on his face that they put makeup over, playing fucking Thresh and shit. Damn, he's so fucking cool. Maybe I can be that good and shit. Man, I'm gonna fucking give League $30. Like, I did not constantly see esports in my face until League of Legends hit like 2012. That's when it was constantly like a big deal that there were competitive video games and shit now. You know what I mean? Now, all the games are doing that. Like, Overwatch, just immediately out the fucking door, wanted to be an esport game. That they could have tournaments, fucking shell out merchandise, do all this crazy shit. And be like, look at us, look how cool we are. We've got announcers, we fucking booked this exact same studio that Riot Games themselves used, we colored it red. Hey, oh, sorry, that was Street Fighter. Sorry, I'll get to that in a second. They're all coming together in my mind, because they all look the fucking same. It's like, you know how in football they go like, oh, let's get a sick replay on that NFL CRUNCHBACK, and they fucking like a football comes up on the screen, and that's like a shitty transition over to like a play of the game. You know what I mean? Like, League of Legends. What you mean. League of Legends unironically did that kind of editing, and I'm like, this is a fucking joke. Everything in this whole world is a fucking meme at this point. Like, oh, look at that.
It was something like stupid and unfunny, like a fucking Teemo mushroom.
No, it was
or like that ugly ass like trophy that they have for LCS. It just looks like a cup.
Like, oh, and look at that, we're gonna look at that Z ult and then get away by hitting the all button again. Alright, everybody, we're gonna do an NFL CRUNCHBACK on that. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna put some slow-mo on that. Look at that shit. Aren't you hype, crowd? And people start screaming, banging their fucking caveman sticks together. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. The worst thing I've ever seen, which I've seen actually a lot, this happens all the fucking time. League of Legends players are like that shitpost you see on the internet of Americans clapping. League of Legends players will cheer for anything at LCS. Like, oh, he went in the bush and used teleport on a turret to be faster than backing! And they'll fucking woo and rip their shirts off and shit. It's like the most intensive play they've ever seen in their fucking lives. And I'm not even exaggerating by a lot, by the way. Like, it's
I wonder
bad.
if they do some Whose Line Is It Anyway bullshit, where it's like, because I watched a few episodes of that were like, I guess half edited, and the audience was like, ha 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 ha, you know, like this level, like, and like the next like clip was like, woo, woo, they added in woos and like multiplied the volume of like the audience by like 3 times. I wonder if they do shit like that. They must.
See, I would believe that, but the problem is that you hear the crowd through the announcers, the casters' mics, so you know they're not bullshitting. You hear them scream and bang their caveman sticks together no matter what. It's kind of like how in the Dota International, which is also super big and shit, even bigger than some of the league tournaments.
Hasn't it only compounded the fucking prize money each year? It started at like the record was like 5 million, right?
I wouldn't know.
That was
I
like
haven't
an insane amount.
I pretty much just stopped playing Dota. I haven't looked into it because Dota just isn't fun anymore. I did 10 games in a row, each of which were an hour long.
I'm pretty sure it's like $22 million.
It's insane. But I know like the crowd got so loud, like the people who play the game, this was I think in the 2014 International, like someone can probably correct me the exact date because I don't remember off the top of my head. But it was like either 2013 2014 that it was like Na'Vi versus another team for the finals. And even though they're in these soundproof booths, they can't hear what the crowd is saying. But when Na'Vi was up in the International, everyone was cheering Na'Vi, Na'Vi, Na'Vi. And even though the enemy players couldn't hear it, they could still just hear like from the glass. And they was like, yeah, I know who they're cheering for. Like that's how loud they were, that they could still kind of make out what they were saying in the fucking booths. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure these people just get really fucking hyped for MOBAs. So, The esports scene is such a fucking joke to me because not only do new games that come out just immediately want it, like you've probably seen that one video that gets posted a lot online of Battleborn to Blunderborn. When they were making Battleborn, they were interviewing people and they had this little like tournament to like show it off and see how the game is played. And they asked the guy, "Where do you think this game is going to go? In the future as like an esport? Where do you see this going?" And I'm thinking they want that community so hard, don't they? They don't care about anything else. Now, Battleborn's a fucking joke and failed miserably, but that did it when Street Fighter V was rushed in production to come out faster for both EVO and for Capcom Cup so they could put it on fucking TV. Street Fighter V was actually on ESPN, if you didn't ever hear about that, Tad. You would go to a sport channel and see esports.
I saw tweets that were like, I come back from hunting and watch this fucking gay shit on the TV.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is on like ESPN too.
Yeah. Fucking... And I'm thinking, like, look at that. They lowered the quality of their game. A lot of people hate Street Fighter V and talk shit about it, and there's a lot of bullshit that happens in Street Fighter. And I completely blame the esports community for lowering the quality of that game. It didn't have an arcade mode, didn't even have its store yet, didn't have its story yet, like it had nothing. It had bare minimum features when it came out as if it was a fucking, like, PlayStation 2 demo disc in a magazine, Dad. They sold that game for like $60.
It's less features than you would find in, like, an arcade machine version of Street Fighter.
An arcade version of Street Fighter that came out in the 90s had more features than that shit. It was embarrassing. They did that because they just wanted to rush it out real fast so they can get that esports fucking bullshit real early and be like, look at us, everybody. Marketing sells everything. Except it didn't, and you lost a lot of money, and everyone hates Street Fighter V. So, and I completely blame this on League of Legends, because League of Legends, again, wasn't the first, but it's what made, like, the esports scene so fucking popular. Like, you can argue that Dota has a bigger esports scene, because like, when the International's on, it gets way more views than like any League tournament does. But it also only gets those views specifically for the International. Like, every other Dota tournament is always behind League. Like, whether you like League or Dota more, you have to understand that League is just simply more fucking popular. People just like League more. Why? I don't know.
That's because it's easier to get into. Like,
well, you see, it's not necessarily easier to get into.
I'll watch that despite not having played a game of Dota in several years because it's like, hey, let's watch some crazy shit. Like, I'll tune into the grand finals. But like League of Legends, I get why more people watch it. Also because like it's I don't know, maybe Dota's updated their UI to shove it in your face even more.
No,
like
they actually shrunk it.
Like you get on, it's immediately like League of Legends like, hey, check out a bunch of Asians fighting in this pit. And it's like, I don't care. Get this shit out of here. Dota would do it during the International where they would have shit come up like, oh, Na'Vi just won against, like, I don't give a fuck.
They would hit you with those NFL fun facts about the players.
Unless you're going to pay me with your fucking... Because you could buy, like, you buy, like, a book for $10. Like, $2.50 goes to the prize pool, and then Valve gets the rest, and then, like, they give you items that you can sell on the Steam Marketplace to make back your money, which is what I meant by they literally paid me to watch the International for 2 years in a row. But, like, I could not give less of a fuck about your esports teams. Like, the closest thing is, like, I like fighting game tournaments because shit gets crazy. Like, I think it was last year or the year before where this little Mexican dude just comes up, he's like, yo, what's up? He plays Marvel with, like, fucking Hulk, Hagar, and, like, some other fucking character. Like, no, those three characters never ever got played from what I saw in the entire tournament. He just goes in there and fucking whoops their ass, flips the entire thing, takes home the championship. It's like, oh fuck yeah, that shit's crazy. That's also one dude, not like a team of 5.
Mm-hmm. No, esports alone I think is stupid and has ruined a lot of multiplayer games in general. As you've seen, some games will suffer in quality for it and other games will just try to market it so hard like Overwatch, and some will succeed in it like Overwatch. But
some games like TF2, because they had that whole fucking update about it.
Yeah,
they had a whole fucking update introducing the shitty mode that... Here's how competitive TF2 works. You go, because Valve ignored it since 2007, you go to fucking tf2league.net, you fucking find a lobby, you join people, you say, hey, I'm going to play a medic, I am in Iron League right now, I am unranked. You group up with people, you go to a fucking server that's password protected, you go in there and you play your 6s, because Valve didn't give a shit. Now they had an entire update dedicated to this that also sucked ass. It contributed nothing to the game except kill community servers.
They're like, oh shit, there's money behind this, duh. But like, they're only doing that now because like League kickstarted it, and then like Overwatch did all this shit. Like, they're like, oh fuck, you mean there was money in this? Whoopsie doodles. But they're stupid. Like, see, you actually completely understand what I'm talking about, right? You see how it affects everything else in the fucking world?
The last TF2 update that even added content was like, 2 years ago? There was, because there was like the Christmas update, which was absolutely nothing. Meet Your Match was supposed to like be really cool, like the demo versus soldier update, but like it was just pyro versus heavy, which is incredibly stacked in one's favor because the pyro can shoot him from a range. So, I mean, I don't know what they expected to happen there. And then they just shoehorned in a fucking competitive update no one gave a fuck about. And all that did was like, hey, if you want to play TF2 now, you have to dig through the menus to find community servers now. Otherwise, you just go play, put you on an official Valve server, and just kills off every community server now because you have to jump through a bunch of fucking hoops.
The whole point of people was to just get onto a server and fuck around with your friends and shit. But
you can't do that in these fucking esports centric games. Like, you cannot build a friendship or community in a game like Overwatch. You go into Overwatch, you have 6 people on your team, 6 people on the enemy team, game's over, you never see them again. You never see these people again. TF2, you join a server with like 23 other people, you stay with those people over several maps, you vote on the upcoming maps, you do all, like, you can't vote on maps in Overwatch.
Unfortunately.
I would just play Route 66 as long as possible.
I would only play King of the Hill maps, because those maps are actually even. But hey, like, we'll get to that later.
There's a lot... I guess that really boils down to more like Valve versus Blizzard design philosophy. Like, Valve's like, hey, you want to do a fucking versus Sax and Hail mode? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, sure. You want to create maps? Sure. I'll give Blizzard the excuse on the maps thing because like their engine probably isn't designed to allow community maps. But
well, hey, they did that server thing.
You get what
now.
I'm saying.
Like now it's in like a year later. You can do like those stupid Sex and Hell things like fight Boss McCree and shit like that. It won't be as funny with custom models like Team Fortress 2, but hey, there's something. But like what you just mentioned
earlier,
those
servers aren't the same as like something like TF2 because you join those servers. And then they just die. Like, they're not going to rotate through maps and do other crazy shit. You can't set up an Overwatch server that has, the official maps and then also silly custom game mode presets that you can join. And, like, have open joining and, like, leaving. Because Overwatch isn't designed around... TF2 is designed to be, like, you come in and you play and you goof around. Its main design was, hey, 12v12... So, you can rock 12 versus 10 or 11 versus 9 for a bit, and like it's not going to change that much. Like it's designed to allow people to hop in and out, and keep a server. Like you can keep a server running for 24/7 on there, even if it's like 3 versus 2 or 3v3 and shit. Just because the game still, you can still run around and do whatever until other people join from the server browser, which is the default way to find games. Which is how you build communities and games, and then you actively try to kill them with shitty updates.
And you're actually... two things you mentioned actually kind of go by what I was saying earlier, where League of Legends and now like Overwatch give you that kind of sense of like joining, being with somebody, then leaving and finding new people and shit. You're constantly getting that feeling, right? That's why... that's totally different from like pre and post League of Legends. For pre League of Legends, you would have the servers and you would make friends and do all this shit. But post League of Legends, you barely even talk to anybody. You just play on autopilot and and only complain when you start losing that your team sucks. That's the most communication you get. And that's what makes people so toxic and shit. Also, fuck, I forgot the other thing you fucking mentioned now. Like, I was too busy talking about how much I hated that shit. Well, I'll just go to the next point. About
TF2 actively killing their community servers.
That was it, and that was it right there. Oh no, I remember now. Perfect. Part of the esport thing I brought up earlier too. I still have a couple more points at this esport thing. This is just how much I hate the esports. The thing with that esport thing that you mentioned is that people, because of the esports scene, are taking it way more seriously now. Like, you can't just get in a Team Fortress 2 server and, like, fuck around and have fun, right? You can't do that in Overwatch or League. You can't fuck around and have fun. You can't really get away with building, like, say, AD Soraka with nothing but like zeals and throw bananas and crit people and fucking laugh and have fun. You'll be reported and banned by fucking Pendragon or something. No one allows that. You have to play what the pros are playing and strictly do what everyone else tells you, or you're not allowed to have fun. It's like, fuck you too. Like, you can't fuck around. You can't do what you want. You can't have fun. Because you gotta play with these other people that only want to win also. So it's done now. That's like, say, in Overwatch, I have, like, over 15 hours as Reinhardt. I hate Reinhardt. He's the most boring piece of shit to play. But I have to play him so that I have a chance of winning. Because the only way I can even play this game anymore is just to get that sweet, sweet victory screen. Because sure as hell getting there ain't fun. But hey, I'll get to that in a second. So another thing that I actually think ruined gaming was not just League of Legends. I actually blame Team Fortress 2 for this too. And that's the crate system. We brought this up in the Team Fortress 2 episode, where how Overwatch, now Heroes of the Storm has it, Dota's had it for a while, because Dota is made by Valve. Fucking Smite has it now. Had it for a little while. Of these randomized loot boxes that you can get. CSGO had it, but that's also by Valve, so hey, whatever. And Han had Plinko, which
Super
is
Monday
enough.
Night Combat had it as well.
It's true, but Super Monday Night Combat sucked. I'm glad you brought that up. I'll have a video about Super Monday Night Combat some other day. So, the randomized loot crate thing, I don't know if Team Fortress 2 did it first, but it sure as hell is the most popular one that did it, that I can remember.
I believe TF2 was the first. There was probably some obscure Korean MMO that did it, or some like card game, but TF2 was like the first big one.
It's like, hey, fact check us. But anyway, Team Fortress 2 had that you get random crates, and then you can buy a key to open the chest and get randomized loot. Now, the games in the future, get rid of that key middleman and just you buy the crate and open it yourself, because people realize there's a bigger flow of fucking spice coming into you if people can just gamble as much as they fucking want. They get their crate, they shake it a bunch, and they get their shitty items. And the reason it's so popular is because, like, hey, I can spend $2 to get this legendary skin that would be like $10 in another game. Better spend $30 for the chance to get it. Like, your mind completely doesn't actually process the math behind why you're an idiot. You just think, yes, get that. It's good deal. Me get item.
Alex,
so you buy 30 loot boxes.
You're the one who's bought $30 worth of Overwatch crates in every single event so far, right?
Yep. That's how I, of all people, know what I'm talking about.
See, I put a limit when I bought Overwatch. I bought it for $40. I'm like, I will spend $20 on anything extra. And I bought, like, I think $5 worth of crates during the summer event. And then I bought, like, $10 during Christmas.
Well,
and then I'm like, that's it. All right, I hit the money that I would have spent this as a fully priced game. Not going to spend any more money.
Well, that's why I said, me want item. So you'll fucking get all your boxes, shake and get your items, and spend more money. And Team Fortress 2 pioneered that, and it's in, like, every fucking game now. And honestly, I don't have an entire hour to complain about that, because it's stupid and it's efficient, and everyone's doing it. Thanks, Team Fortress 2. God forbid I just wanted to buy, like, this one skin for, like, $5 now. I gotta spend 10. I gotta spend 10 loot boxes, and maybe I'll get it. You know, maybe I'll get my good skin. Heroes of the Storm does it, too. Oh, hey, speaking of shit that League of Legends caused, Heroes of the Storm exists. You know that game that you play for Overwatch skins? Man, that game sucks shit. So, a lot of games.
Here was my plan, by the way.
What?
They had okay. So my plan. So there's like an Overwatch event currently going on. Every week you play 5 games, you get some bullshit, and then it like stacks up. So here's what I did. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna install this game. I'm gonna play it as soon as it's playable. So there's no sound effects, textures aren't loaded, shit's all fucked up. And like, but here's my plan. I was going to go into all chat and say, hey, no one here is actually here to play the game. We're just gonna toss our side as fast as possible. Or do you like? I was gonna type into all chat and offer them like, I'm an AD character. Like, we'll just tear through here and win. Like, cause this game to be over in under 10 minutes if that's cool with you. Because no one wants to play this piece of shit game. We just want to get our 5 games over with and get our fucking boxes, right? Mm-hmm. And then I realized there's no fucking all chat.
Yeah, it's prevent
they thought
toxicity. Because of that whole esports thing I brought on earlier, people take the game more seriously, so the people get way, way more fucking toxic and a lot less fun and community-based. Like, you could hop into a Team Fortress 2 server, shitpost and fucking taunt and just, like, spray, die, and respawn, doesn't matter. Like, haha, it's fun. League of Legends, though, you die, you want to kill yourself.
I have to complain about this. I have to complain about this in Overwatch. There's no fucking taunt kills. There's no fucking taunt kills. There's no humiliation. In TF2, when you win, you go in there with 100% crits like, ahoy, fuck boys, and blow everyone to pieces.
Well,
that's fun as shit. It's called a humiliation round. And, like, when you're playing TF2 and you're playing Pyro, and you lose, and you go around the corner and you go, and you get that kill on that medic that tried to kill you, that shit's great. It's fun. TF2, the humiliation, the reason that Overwatch doesn't have it has got to just be like, oh, it promotes toxic behavior. Well, people, they don't want to be humiliated because they lost.
It'd be anti-fun and toxic, which is a thing that League of Legends players love to fucking say. But
that was my League of Legends team. We managed to snag that name.
Fucking, it would extend rounds and make people feel upset and tilt harder. Because again, the fun of Team Fortress 2 versus Overwatch. In Team Fortress 2, in pre-League of Legends games, the fun was killing the opponent. The fun was playing the game. Post-League of Legends, the fun is winning. Not actually getting there. Where in that's perfectly phrased. Because like even in games like Bad Company 2, I would play that and it would like there would be squads of people just like, hey, let's go on top of this building and try to peek people and just like spawn up here with like dumb bullshit. Or hey guys, everyone get into the helicopter. Boom, 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 backflip. Everyone dies. We all laugh and continue playing the game. Yeah. See, the one story thing people say where it's like the journey of the destination. Pre-League of Legends, the game was all about the journey and having fun. Post-League of Legends, it's all about the destination and nothing else. No one actually cares about getting there. They just want it. They don't want to have fun doing it. They don't want to fucking talk. They just want that sweet victory, get to their Grandmaster rank, get their golden guns, show off how fucking cool they are and how much of an esporter they are, and fucking jerk off all day to fucking mercy porn. That's all people want to do. It pisses me off.
Like, I had that happen. What you were saying, where like people don't want to talk. Like, I joined the game of like the first game I played of League in a really long while. Cause like, oh, I want to play Veigar and blow some people up. And I went into the thing. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? So what does this dude do? Like how it would, like trying to talk to people. They just like. The dude, like, dies once to, like, something completely unrelated. He's like, shut the fuck up. This is fucking Twitter, dude. And I'm like, I see. I forgot this was League of Legends.
Okay, so video games have actually been doing this a lot on the online market. And this actually isn't League of Legends' fault. I actually can't really pinpoint whose fault it is, but I can pinpoint an early... I think it might just be gaming getting bigger and getting more and more stupid people. But I can pinpoint an early point in history where it started to get like this. So... online games have been becoming less and less and less and less about being online. It's more or less every game is a single-player game where the other AI or the other like characters in your life just happen to be controlled by other players. Look at World of Warcraft, for example. Once Warlords of Draenor hit, you basically never talk to a single person. You never left your base. You were playing a single-player game, and you would hit the I button to randomly queue up with random people in a dungeon. Or a raid, because you can do looking for raid and shit now. It became a single-player game with a multiplayer button. And that actually started in Wrath of the Lich King when they introduced the looking for group thing. First, we used to always talk pre that patch in Wrath. You would always spam trade chat that you're looking for group and talking to people about something. Sure, the conversations were never stellar. It was always just looking for group, Utgard Pinnacle, need tank, or something like that. But it was still, you were still talking. You still had to try. You know what I mean? You had to open your mouth. Now
you had to interact with other players.
Yeah, even if it was as simple as waving your fucking hand, you had to do something. Now you just hit I, or whatever you bound it to open up the LFG thing and look for a group. And to sit back, you do the dungeons, which are all easy peasy. Like, before you used to have to be like, okay, I'm going to put a skull here, we're going to focus this target first. I'm going to put a moon over this one, because you could, like, right-click and put little, like, symbols above things' heads to organize shit. And you want the mage to polymorph that, and we don't damage it so it stays there, and it's not DPSing the group anymore, and shit like that. Now it's just after that became a face roll, because when you were queuing up with all these random people, you, I guess, were just fucking turbo-tistic and just wouldn't say, hey, what's up, my dudes, and talk about the dungeon. You would just zip your fucking lip and autopilot through it. If you failed, you would just leave and try to queue up for another one once the lever penalty was gone. You wouldn't bother talking or trying again, and that kind of I guess maybe World of Warcraft did start it, but that kind of shit affected other video games as well, too. League of Legends, people don't talk to each other unless they get pissed off, unless they die. They don't say, hey, let's do some crazy bullshit. They mostly communicate through fucking pings. They'll say, group up here if you want to do an early invade, or they'll start spamming the yellow ping when there's a gank coming. And that's pretty much the only two forms of communication I've ever seen in League of Legends nowadays. Which, by the way, they're removing
other than like slurs or ja.
Yeah, pretty much. No one even types that anymore, actually. It's all pings. Ping-based thing. It's like everyone's in Morse code. But they're actually... Fuck it, maybe World of Warcraft this started. Here's another thing of removing communication. Riot Games, next patch they're making on the PvE right now, they're giving you the ability to mute pings. So you can actually just cover your eyes and ears when you're playing with other people online. So you actually don't need to talk to people.
What? Hold on.
What did they mean by this? So that means
muting pings.
That means you can actually mute your entire team, because there's a little command to do that. Mute all of their pings and just play alone, and just completely ignore everyone. You don't need to try. You can complain all you want in your one-sided argument and pretend that those are other people that validate your existence. And you can just pretend they're going, yes, we all are bad, and you are great, Mr. 1 and 8 Kled in top lane. You can just pretend. Doesn't matter.
Mr. 1 and 8 top lane.
And that's it. It's awful. You don't communicate anymore. Overwatch is overpowered as fuck. No one talks in Overwatch unless I say, hey guys, what's up? And I always say that after I pick my character. It's a two meaning. One, it's to get everyone to fucking open their mouths. Two, it's also to assert my dominance that I'm going to pick this character and you can suck my ass. I have 15 hours as Reinhardt. I earned this. The most talking I
can tell you right now.
What?
Every game, out of the games I've played in competitive Overwatch, the games in which everyone was talking, I have lost maybe 2 of those, and those were both very, very close games.
Yeah, communication wins you that fucking game. You need to talk to that one more than ever.
I feel like we're retreading ground here.
No, we can retread ground all I fucking want, because it just proves how much this issue affects us. We're letting it all out. How much I hate esports, how much I hate the lack of communication in gaming. I want to get online, I want to shitpost, I want to have my stupid, cropped porn spraying Team Fortress 2, taunt kill a medic, and start fucking, just screaming in my microphone. And I want to have fun playing the game itself. I don't want to play Overwatch and want to constantly blow my brains out that there's a fucking Genji jumping around, and my team, rather than say, hey, I'll switch to this and take care of it, they'll just say, can anyone take care of it? Said the Mercy main who has 200 hours on Mercy. Just refuses to do anything else. Motherfucker hasn't touched a goddamn gun. Man, if only someone can deal with this right now. Fuck. Fucking, okay, so there you go. That is why I think League of Legends ruined video games. League of Legends has created an esports community where everyone's got to be super duper tryhard and have as little fun as humanly fucking possible. And this, because of its popularity and massive success, everyone in the market that's trying to make an online game is trying to copy it, and it's trying to follow in its footsteps of making some big esports game that everyone can just take a big ol' shit on and cry to each other about. Fuck League of Legends. Fuck you, Riot Games. You basically killed online gaming for the next couple of years. Fucking Riot Games listens to the crybaby fans and then mutes the pings because they're fucking butthurt.
I'm having trouble wrapping my brain around that.
It's the worst. It actually completely proves what we were talking about earlier. I'm so glad you brought that up, because I almost forgot about that new fact. About how they want you to have this single player, they want you to have the online experience, they want you to be able to shoot it up, and get that multiplayer experience that you're playing with other people and a part of something, but not actually waste your time opening your mouth and trying to communicate with others because you have turbotism and you just can't do that. Like Jimmy on the WoW forums always complain about, man, I have autism, okay? And I just can't play WoW and communicate and join a guild like everyone else. I'm glad they put LFR so people like me can play this game. It's like, fuck you, Jimmy. Don't play the biggest online multiplayer game on the planet and then cry about the fact that it's an online multiplayer game with a shitload of players in it, Jimmy. Fucking either stop being turbotism, get over it, or just don't play this fucking game that's totally not for you. Don't ruin it for everyone else. Don't try to turn this... Don't be the 1 in 10,000 guy who wants the game to only appeal to you, you fat piece of shit. Fuck you, Jimmy, and fuck everyone on League who can't handle goddamn pings and talk to their fucking team. Maybe if you didn't suck so hard, people wouldn't only shit-talk you. Maybe if you just played a little better, or got over your fucking ego, and understand that other people are playing with you too. Maybe work with them there. Work with them. Say like, oh, okay, maybe I won't pick this character. Like, perfect example is the game I just played the other fucking day. I went tank because we needed one, right? I picked fucking Reinhardt because he's Reinhardt, whatever. Let's get 16 hours on Reinhardt. Let's get 20 hours on Reinhardt. And everyone has their characters. And they're like, hey, we could use a second tank right here. Last pick guy says, nah, I'm not tanking. Me and the other guy, because I immediately got pissed. As a guy who has over 15 hours forced as Reinhardt, the fact that guy's being defiant and doesn't know his fucking duty, he doesn't do his job, pissed me off. Like, and I'm like,
that's when you shove your master rank in his stupid fucking face.
No. He's duo queuing with his friend who picked Mercy, so I already know it's probably his girlfriend. And I'm thinking, like, why not, dude? And he's like, nah, I don't really feel like it, and picked Genji. We lost, and I reported that guy so fucking hard. Fuck you. And fuck Genji, but fuck you so hard. Fuck that guy and everyone like him. Either play with the fucking team, or don't play a team-based game, you fat piece of shit. Get along with others. Like, fuck you. Fuck it. Fuck
Get along with other people and their viewpoints, you fucking idiot.
No! If you're gonna play a fucking team-based game, you should play with the team, Tad! Don't you dare tell me I'm fucking wrong. Don't be like Jimmy on the forums and cry about how he has autism and everyone should treat him and cater to his fucking needs on this fucking video game because he's the one guy in like 10 who has that stupid disorder and now everyone on the planet has to kiss his ass and no longer have guilds because he doesn't like the fact that he has to talk to others. Fuck that guy who queued up into a comp game and doesn't like playing tanks. That he had like you know, this isn't quick play where I can kind of fuck around and do whatever. Because hey, quick play is almost like Team Fortress 2. He's like, nah, I don't really feel like it, and decided to fuck everything over. He's a League player, no fucking doubt.
All right. I think that's about. I think we're starting to retread ground. Like I said earlier, I think we've got this anger out of our system for now.
I covered why I hate League of Legends. It covered the esports community where everyone's got to be fucking serious about winning and not actually playing anymore. And also, Team Fortress 2 ruined most free-to-play markets with the crate system and shit. And also, Blizzard, Heroes of the Storm sucks ass. Stop trying to push it on everything. Your game's boring as fuck. No, you made that game for Jimmy, didn't you? Not everyone's like Jimmy. People don't like Jimmy, Blizzard. People don't want to play games for Jimmy. They want to play games for them. Don't let Jimmy ruin your fucking design philosophy. Fuck you. Alright, I'm good.
Okay, fantastic. This episode might just be subtitled "Fuck You, Jimmy."
Yeah, fuck that guy.
All right, let's do the final plug stuff here.
Yes.
You can find the podcast here on iTunes at Let Me Tell You PD. You can also find us on YouTube alongside Revival, which is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast,
which no one listens to.
I do. Aleks isn't in it. We played for 6 hours last night. Got a single hour of recording out. And in that hour of recording, there were 2 car alarms, a police officer, and I'm pretty sure 2 cats were fucking because there's a really loud screech noise. But that gets about 100 views, so that's pretty cool. You could also find me and Aleks hanging out in the Discord. There's a Patreon, which has really, really helped us a lot with audio equipment. We've managed to get a lot of stuff that we need way ahead of schedule because of the generous donations of our patron dudes. And speaking of which, I've got a few shout outs here I want to give to the some of the backers. I want to give a shout out to Sean Dunsmore, Magic Man, Stephen Finn, Elizabeth Gutierrez, Logan, Jaron Kiwi, No Two Hands, Brady Hammonds, and Alba. That's it for this episode, so we will see you guys next week.